In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to build a Christmas tree shelf for under $10. I can't believe it's already November. My gift to you this week is taking one of our most popular plans, the Christmas tree shelf, and creating a video to help you build it. So I'm going to get started building the Christmas tree shelf. For materials, I'm going to use 12 feet of 1x3s. You can also use 1x4s or even 1x6s. I have some scrap 1/4-inch plywood that I'm going to use for the back. I'm going to nail it together, and I'm going to use 1.25" brad nails. And I'm going to make all of my cuts on a compound miter saw. You're really going to want to use a compound miter saw because there's a lot of angles to make this tree. You want to minimize the number of times that you have to adjust and readjust your saw, so I made all of my straight cuts first. Now I'm going to adjust my saw and start making those bevel cuts to get that tree shape going on. All these cuts are in the cut list with the angle and the way you need to make the angles as well. So just grab that cut list and you'll be able to do all the cuts that I'm doing right now. The first cut here is 1x4 at 18 3/4 inches. That's longest point to longest point, both ends at 25-degree bevels. Long point to long point, so we want the board to be cut this way. So I flipped it over and the saw will cut this way. So now I'm going to make a bunch of cuts that are long point to short point. So that basically means that the ends are parallel. So we made this cut here. We can just move it down and make another cut. This plan is part of our hand-built holiday series, a series that Jamie Castiglio and I do every Christmas, where we give you a new free gift plan every Friday in the weeks leading up to Christmas. We've accumulated over 100 amazing plans. If you're looking for some holiday plans, go ahead and check that out. It's anawhite.com/holiday. All right, so these are all the sides. And they'll go like this. Right. I still need to get all the shelves cut, so I'm gonna do that in the same fashion. So, this is super exciting watching it go together. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. So I got all of the boards cut up to this point. The treetop, though, I have to adjust the angles so they're all 30 degrees, so it makes a perfect triangle. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over to my saw. That at a 30. And then just finish making the cuts for the treetop. Got the tree all cut out, and it was actually super easy to do. Don't be intimidated by cutting bevels and angles and stuff. If you have a saw that will set to that angle, it's as simple as setting your saw and making that cut. And in our plans, we've got it all really detailed and written out, so it's foolproof. You can totally do this. So now that I've got it cut out, I'm gonna start assembling it. You can assemble it a number of different ways. I'm going to just nail and glue it because it's pretty much a decorative shelf. The hooks are gonna be here, and we'll also be able to hang it to a stud in the wall through here. So even if there's a lot of weight on it, won't even matter if we're nailing it. So the only thing that I need to tell you right now is just start at the bottom and work your way up with nailing it. So I've seen a lot of people making these and selling them, and I think that is a fantastic idea. This is a great project for selling. You could probably sell it for between $50 and $100, but it's costing under $10 to make. And if you production cut and just knock out a whole bunch of them, you could probably build 10 of these in a day. So it's all nailed together, and I chose not to cut these ends off just because there wasn't a lot there, but if you wanted to, you could nip them off at an angle or use a jigsaw and make a decorative cut. Totally up to you. There's one more thing that I want to do is add a piece of plywood to the back here, and this is gonna do two things. It's going to give you something to attach the shelf to the wall if you want to do that. It's also going to strengthen up the shelf here. So let me show you how I'm going to do that. All right, so I just lined the plywood edge up here so I don't have to cut that, and just trace it out. So I'm going to cut this out. I know the angles are 25 degrees. I'm going to use my miter saw because it's a small enough piece of plywood. If you have a bigger piece of plywood, you can of course cut it out with a circular saw or a jigsaw. So I got my piece cut, and I'm just going to nail it to the back here. I'm going to use 3/4 inch brad nails now though. That looks so good, and I have some more scrap plywood, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it again on this one down here. And it really did help strengthen up the shelf a lot. So same thing. So the second piece of plywood is a little bit big for running through my miter saw, so I'm going to use my circular saw to cut it. This is the trick to do. So pick up just a cheapo piece of foam at any home improvement store. I've had this foam for probably 7 years. It's still going. It'll keep lasting and lasting. And this is a circular saw, and it's got a battery in it. So what you want to do is adjust the blade so it's just barely past. So you can see it's going to cut that and then just a little bit deeper. I'll lock that in place. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. I still got to add the hooks to this and get it finished up. I'm just going to use cup hooks. You can use them as key hooks too. They're super cheap, like 5 cents a piece. You have to buy a 100 pack though for like a couple dollars. But I pre-drilled the holes. Just twist those in there. So this is actually the first time that I have built this shelf. And honestly, up to this point, I couldn't understand why there was so much hype and excitement about this plan. Now that I have it, I get it. It is so darling, it's so useful, and it's so inexpensive, literally less than $10 to build this. So, I mean, you could give this as a gift, you could build these to sell at craft fairs, or, you know, I love the idea of keeping it for yourself. You could use it as a Christmas tree even. You know, just hang it somewhere, fill it up with ornaments or Christmas cards. You could hang stockings off of it. It's just such a versatile plant. And I'm just kicking myself that I didn't make this sooner. I hope this video is very helpful in building this Christmas tree shelf. And of course the plans for this Christmas tree shelf are already up, so click on over and download them and get building. Thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays. We'll see you next Monday.